Chapter 10. Who is right? Rory and Drake ran into the classroom. The other Dragon Masters rushed over. "Where did you two go?" Anna asked. Rory didn't answer. She turned to face Drake. Her eyes blazed with anger. "Why did you follow me?" she asked. "I just wanted to see where you were sneaking off to," Drake said, "in case you are up to something." Rory folded her arms across her chest. "What does that mean?" "I mean, Griffith was right. Sometimes you do act without thinking, Rory," Drake blurted out. Now Rory's voice sounded hurt. "Is that what you really think, Drake? You're taking Griffith's side? Really?" "Look at what happened today," Drake replied. "Eco attacked, and then you attacked Eco. And Griffith told you to stop, but you didn't," Petra added. "You too, Petra?" Rory asked. "Eco was going to take our dragons, and now we know why." Bo's eyes got wide. "Why? What did you hear?" "Eco thinks King Roland was wrong to take the dragons from their homes," Rory said. "She thinks they should be free." "But we're connected to our dragons," Bo said. "They want to stay with us," Anna chimed in. "Remember when I asked Kepri if she wanted to stay in the land of pyramids? She chose to stay with me." "And Zara had no home to go to," Petra said. "She loves it here." Rory frowned. "I guess, but I know Vulcan misses his family sometimes. He tells me so." "It's confusing," Drake said. "I agree it was wrong for King Roland to capture the dragons the way that he did. But I think we were meant to be paired with them. Just think about all the good we've done together," Anna pointed out. "And remember what Griffith said about the Dragonstone," Drake said. "It brings dragons and their masters together for a reason." "Maybe King Roland could stop using his soldiers to capture dragons," Anna suggested. "There must be a better way." Drake nodded. "We could ask Griffith to talk to him, Rory." Griffith and Diego stepped into the classroom. "Rory, I'm very unhappy with you for disobeying me today," Griffith said. "But I would like to thank the rest of you for following directions. You did well." Rory scowled. "I did what I thought was right," she said. "I defended the council from Maldred once, remember?" "Yes, but today your actions put many people in danger," Griffith said. "You are still a student, and I am your teacher. You need to do what I say." Rory balled her hands into fists. She looked down at the floor. "What happens now to Eco and her dragon?" Anna asked. "I will deal with Eco," Griffith replied. "I can make her see that she is wrong. I will—" "You will do nothing! I will deal with Eco!" The Dragon Masters gasped as the king marched into the classroom. Chapter 11. King Roland's Demand. "I have made a decision about Eco," King Roland said to Griffith. "You will use your wizard magic to send her far, far away. But we will keep her dragon. We will give it a new Dragon Master." "Your Highness," Griffith said, "I know I can speak." King Roland held up his hand. "Stop, Griffith," he said. "Years ago, when you let Eco get away with my dragon, I did not punish you. But now she's a danger to us. You will do as I ask." Rory stepped forward. "You can't take Nero away from Eco. A dragon and dragon master have a bond." Griffith put a hand on Rory's shoulder. "Your Highness, I have taken Eco's dragonstone from her, so she cannot connect with her dragon," he said. "I will ask the dragonstone to find a new master for Nero." "This isn't right," Rory argued. She brushed away Griffith's hand. "Get it done, wizard! You have until dawn to banish Eco," King Roland ordered. "And I want to see you and your dragon masters in my throne room in 1 hour. Queen Rose and I will be wed in a simple ceremony." "We will be there," Griffith replied, and the king left. Rory sat down. She stared at her boots. Drake could see tears glittering in her eyes. "Griffith, where will you send Eco?" Bo asked. "I don't know yet," Griffith replied, and his voice sounded sad. "Do you really have to send her far away?" Petra asked. "Maybe the king—" Griffith interrupted her. I do not agree with the king, he said, but I must obey him. Chapter 12. A Strong Connection. Diego clapped his hands together. You all have a wedding to plan for, he said, and Carlos and I must take Lalo back home. Let us go to the dragon caves, Griffith said. Moments later, they all gathered around as Diego opened the door to Lalo's cave. Lalo, we're going to go home now, Carlos said, patting the baby dragon's head. You will sleep in the stable at Diego's cottage. The dragonstone around Carlos's neck began to glow. Carlos smiled. Lalo does not know words yet, but he sends me his feelings, he told the dragon masters. Right now he is calm and happy. Diego stepped into the cave. It's settled then. The three of us will head home. Have fun at the wedding, everyone, Diego said. Then he looked right at Griffith. And good luck. Poof! Diego, Carlos, and Lalo disappeared. Griffith turned to the dragon masters. Now we must get ready for the wedding. Let's get you all cleaned up. The dragon masters' fancy outfits were torn and stained. Griffith pointed at Bo. Sparks flew from his fingers. Bo's blue tunic looked like new again. Griffith used magic to spruce them all up, one by one. Drake was too lost in his own thought to enjoy the fun magic. Did Worm miss his home? He wondered. If he wanted to be free, could I let him go? Dragon Masters, please shine your dragon scales, Griffith said. Drake entered Worm's cave. He gave Worm mushrooms, his dragon's favorite snack. He shined Worm's scales with a brush. Worm, if you could go back home, would you? Drake asked. Worm turned his head to look at Drake. He was silent for a moment. Then Drake heard Worm's voice in his head. Drake is my home. Drake hugged Worm around the neck. You're my home too, Worm. Then Anna and Petra burst into the cave. It's time for the king's wedding, Petra announced. Chapter 13. Rory. King Roland stood in front of his throne in the castle's grand throne room. Behind him stood Father John, the royal priest. The dragon masters and Griffith joined the small crowd gathered for the wedding. Drake saw the people closest to the king and queen, lords and ladies and family members. The royal musicians struck up a tune. Queen Rose walked to the front of the big room. Her wedding gown still looked beautiful. Two young women walked on either side of her. They looked like her, and Drake guessed they were her sisters. Queen Rose stopped beside King Roland. He held out his hand, and she took them. Father John coughed. He adjusted spectacles on his nose. King Roland the Bold, do you love this woman, Queen Rose the Just? He asked. Yes, King Roland exclaimed. And Queen Rose the Just, do you love this man, King Roland the Bold? Father John asked. I do, Queen Rose replied, smiling. Excellent, said Father John. I now pronounce you husband and wife. The crowd cheered. The musicians played a lively song. The dragon masters joined in the great feast. This is more food than I have ever seen, Bo exclaimed. I know, Drake said, filling his plate. For a little while he forgot about Eco and the Thunder Dragon. When the party was over, all of the dragon masters went to their rooms. Drake fell asleep right away. He dreamed of feasting and dancing. Rory. Worm's voice echoed in his head. Rory. Drake woke up. He jumped out of bed. He ran to the room that Rory shared with Anna. Anna was asleep, but Rory wasn't in her bed. There was a note. Drake picked it up. Dear Anna, Drake, Bo, and Petra, I had to help Eco. Griffith and the king should not punish her for trying to help the dragons, and it is not fair to take Nero away from his dragon master. Nero should be with Eco. You all took Griffith aside against me, but Eco thinks I am brave. I heard her say so. Together we will free dragons around the world. I'm not coming back, but don't worry about me. Vulcan told me he will stay with me and help me. We will take care of each other, Rory. Drake's heart pounded. Rory's gone, he yelled, hoping his cry would wake the others. He raced downstairs to the dragon caves. Right away he saw 2 cave doors open, Vulcan's and Neru's. Worm was standing in front of the open caves. A force field of purple light surrounded his body. Worm, are you all right? Drake asked. Worm's green eyes flashed. So did Drake's dragonstone. He saw pictures in his mind. Worm was showing him what had happened. The pictures stopped. Drake gasped. Griffith and the other dragon masters ran up to him. Rory helped Eiko to escape, he cried, and they took Vulcan and Neru with them. Chapter 14. Gone. Eiko did something to Worm, Drake said. Griffith, can your magic help him? The wizard nodded. He shot blue sparks from his fingertips. The sparks hit the purple energy around Worm. The energy disappeared. Neru's powers froze Worm so he couldn't stop them from escaping, the wizard explained. Worm saw Rory and Eiko coming out of the secret tunnel, Drake said. He showed me what happened. Rory had keys with her, and Eiko was wearing her dragonstone. Rory must have taken Eiko's dragonstone from my workshop, Griffith said. Anna gasped. I'm sure Eiko forced her to do it. I don't think so, Drake said. He showed Anna the note. Rory didn't think it was fair to keep Eiko and Neru apart. And she was mad at all of us for not sticking up for her after she and Vulcan attacked Eiko. She should have talked to us, Petra cried. She didn't need to run away. I'm worried about her, Drake said. Rory thinks Eiko is good, but I'm not sure if she can trust her. We'll need to go after them, Bo said. Rory could be in danger. I'm worried about Rory too, Griffith said. And we must find her before the king learns that 2 of his dragons have escaped. We don't have much time, Drake said. I know Rory will listen to us when we find her, Anna said. We're her friends. We might have to battle Eiko again, said Bo. That won't be easy. We can do anything when we work together, added Petra. That's right, Drake said. We can do this. Simon the guard marched into the dragon caves. Dragon Masters, you have a visitor, he said. A visitor? Griffiths asked. A girl walked up behind Simon. Drake could see a dragonstone hanging around her neck. My name is Mina, she said, and I need your help. The end.